Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Evening. The Panthers undefeated, 4-0, have not even dropped a set yet this year, despite starting a sophomore and a freshman as setters. This team is stacked with talent from top to bottom. Cedarcrest, they won a 5-set thriller against Marysville Getchell. They've got 9 seniors on the roster. They're working towards a big result here tonight. Taking a quick look at Snohomish, it is the sophomore Katie Stern is your setter in the right back position. Outside hitter Gisette Smith, and then you got Sarah Campfield is your middle hitter in the front row. Your opposite for Snohomish, I swear I've done this before, is Hannah Sutherland, senior. Mackenzie White, your other outside hitter, and senior Lauren Risky is your libero. Taking a quick look at the Cedarcrest side. Chloe Bigelman's playing the front row. Looks like Soleil Kiken is your starting right side. Oh, we're starting in rotation 6. Means you're starting outside is Ashlyn Devereaux. There's Kiken pushing that ball over the block, picked up by Stern. Risky back over her head for Gisette Smith. Nice pickup by the libero there. That's Caroline Tiffany. No touch on the block. That ball is down, and Snohomish is out of the gates 1-0. Katie Facconi is also in the back row for Cedarcrest, as well as Abby Stern continues to serve for the Panthers. Nice pass. Here's Cato. That ball's outside for Kiken. Off the block. Picked up. Campfield gets a piece of it again. Again, it's picked up. Kiken pushes over the top. Mackenzie White with the easy dig, and Sarah Campfield hammers that one home. Nice calm pickup by Mackenzie White as she just shuffled that ball right to Katie Stern, and the quick connection in the middle between her and Campfield on display. Very impressive early for the Panthers. Jump float right at the libero, Tiffany. Into the middle, swing up over the top, looking for the high hands. No touch. Chloe Bigelman just misses. Snohomish using their outside hitter, Mackenzie White, in a middle back position on defense, allowing her to hit the pipe out of the back row. Here's the short serve from Stern. Cato out wide, and she gets it off the block. That's the first kill of the night for Soleil Kiken, 5'8" senior, on a team that features 9 seniors as Cedarcrest, coached by Christine Nielsen. Back to the service line, McKenna Cato, your setter. She goes after Gisette Smith, and Cato gets the ace. Smith got caught backpedaling there. It's a difficult position to come from for that outside hitter. Row 1, you're coming up the right side. You've got the setter crossing over behind you, and a lot of times you'll see a setter get really proficient at attacking that spot on the court. She goes after her again. This ball, abundance of riches here in Snohomish. There's the dig from Lauren Risky. Stern outside. White swings the hammer, and it's down in front of the libero, Tiffany. It's almost on cue. Gisette Smith continues to serve. Service ace right into the 1-6 seam. Kiken and Tiffany trouble figuring that one out. Same seam, same result. 2 in a row, pair of aces for Gisette Smith here early. Most difficult facet of the game of volleyball, undoubtedly, is serve receive. Any player, any coach will tell you that, except for maybe a middle. Middle might not tell you that. That one finds the setter. Out of system, Tiffany with the set of free ball sent over by Facconi. Here's Stern in the middle, quick again for Campfield, and she's got a couple kills here early. Nice timing between the sophomore Stern and the junior Campfield. They're running that quick one right in front of the setter. Really nice angle, really high point of contact for Sarah Campfield. Smith continues to serve. Tiffany, finally we get a setup for Cedarcrest. It's blocked back. Devereaux does a nice job covering. That ball pushed up over the top, and Mackenzie White goes down scrambling, and that's going to go down as a kill from the back row. I believe that was Katie Facconi who sent that one over. She will check out of the game. Into the front row comes Natalie Vanderwall. Back to the service line. Soleil Kuiken. Mackenzie White, Gisette Smith, and Lauren Risky are your try lines. Smith sends Stern running out to the right side here. Sutherland over the top, and there's nobody home on that far corner. Hannah Sutherland with her first kill of the night. Senior right side for Snohomish. And Sarah Campfield coming back to serve. That means Lauren Risky checks out. The libero will check out while the middle serves into the match for Snohomish. Their other middle, looking and trying to see the number of who that is. Apologies, I don't recognize her right out of the top. Right out of the gate, she gets her hands up, and that's Ineki Hansen. A-N-N-E-K-E. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. We'll just go with Hansen. She gets the block. She's a sophomore middle. She can also play some right side here for Snohomish. Back to the service line for Cedarcrest, Chloe Bigelman. Lauren Risky, Stern. Ooh, there's Hansen. Net violation call against Cedarcrest, but that's a nice fast connection in front of the setter as well. Here comes Coach Alex Tarrant's signature double sub. He runs the 6-2 almost exclusively. He'll tell you himself, that's sort of his thing. Brings into the match Mia Taroni, sophomore, he'll be playing right side, and your new setter is a freshman, number 2, Ayla Grant at the service line. She starts off with an ace. Everybody getting on the score sheet here for Snohomish. I think Lauren Risky is the only player on the floor who's been there for more than one rally that's not on the score sheet yet. She's the libero, so we likely won't see her score too many points tonight. Grant with a pair of aces. She continues to serve. Cato called for the double contact there. That was an aggressive set to try and push that to her right side. It does not come out clean, and that is a fault. Out of system swing there for Semino. Grant back set. Nice swing over the top for Hansen. Quick in the middle, a little off time. Nice pickup there. Boy, that was Taroni, Mia Taroni, who got that swing from the right side. Hansen with the pickup on that play. A couple new to me players here in Snohomish tonight. Grant will continue to serve. 3 aces, 1 error. Any coach out there will take that ratio. Back to the service line for Cedarcrest, Ashlyn Devereaux. Freshman for the Redwolves. Out of system set from Lauren Risky. Torini swings over the top. That's picked up by Tiffany. Push outside for Vanderwall, and it's blocked. Huge by Hansen. Mackenzie White back to the service line. Gisette Smith, the other big hammer here in Snohomish, comes into the front row. Little setter dump, and nobody saw that coming. I hope the Snohomish blockers will catch on to that. McKenna Cato gets on the score sheet with a kill. And we've got a couple subs coming for Cedarcrest as well. Katie Facconi back into the match, as well as Soleil Kaiken. Facconi to the service line. Risky with her hands outside. Here's Gisette Smith down the line. What a swing. Nice pickup by Cedarcrest. Tironi back. Here's Mia from the right side, and she uses the block of Kaiken, pardon me, to score the point there. Nice job of distributing her offense from Ayla Grant. Lauren Risky to the service line, the libero for Snohomish. Tiffany sends the free ball over. Risky picks it up, and it's put down by Soleil. And I believe that Emma Semino may have got a hand on that as well. Back to the service line is Caroline Tiffany for the Redwolves. Can't see who the middle was who came into the match for Semini. Perfect pass from Lauren Risky, quick in the middle for Campbell, and Cedarcrest can't quite pick it up, as it's Soleil and Bigelman in the front row, and they're just not quite the size matchup for Sarah Campfield, who's 6'1" on the roster here. Back into the match to serve and set. Katie Stern. That means your right side is Hannah Sutherland, and there's a kill for Cedarcrest from Soleil Kaiken. Back to the service line comes the setter, McKenna Cato. Nice serve in front of Smith, and that's been a sticking point for Snohomish here early. Cato able to have some success against Gisette Smith. One of the most difficult things to do as an outside hitter is work that pass and transition out of rotation one. There's a perfect pass from Lauren Risky, and it's right into the middle for Sarah Campfield again. And the junior is having a big night already for the Panthers. That'll bring Gisette Smith back to the service line. She worked the 1-6 seam effectively first time through. She goes right back down the line, almost hits the setter Cato. Soleil pops it up and then sends a free ball over. Smith leaves her setter 16 feet off the net. Still a nice out-of-system set for Mackenzie White, and there's all sorts of contact with everything over there. Ultimately, it was the ball touching the rope for the top of the net outside of the antenna that led to the play being called dead. Smith will serve again. She goes right into the middle. Caroline Tiffany and the setter Cato can't quite get to that pass. Gisette Smith with another ace on the night. Smith right back after Soleil. Cato does run this one down. Free ball coming for the Panthers. Sutherland puts that ball at 10 feet. Mackenzie White, she's about 8 feet off the net, and she still hammers it down. The junior White is quite a talent. There's a timeout for Cedarcrest. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Matty Bishop. This is STSPN.com. Wesco 3A action brought to you by Speedway Chevrolet. And coming up after the match, we'll have the Adrenaline Fundraising Player of the Match here in Snohomish. We're going to go ahead and keep it here through the timeout. So we appreciate you all watching, taking the time to check out the hard work that this STSPN crew does, not only for football and basketball, but also volleyball. They throw a little soccer in there every once in a while as well. Fantastic asset here to have in our Wesco community. Can't say thanks enough to Todd and the crew for the work that they do to come out and showcase our young athletes here on STSPN.com. It's all Snohomish here in set one. 21-9 is the score. Gisette Smith at the service line, the sophomore outside hitter. Cedarcrest working through, struggling with their serve receive, trying to keep the the intensity up. They're just having a hard time with the serve-receive one, and then the physical matchups against the bigger Snohomish team as well, proving to be troublesome for them tonight. Here goes Smith. Right down the line is Salah again. This ball's back in. She'll send a free ball back over. Risky, perfect pass for Stern. Looking for the back two. Doesn't find it. Sutherland keeps the ball in play. Nice dig from Smith. 10 by 20. This ball's outside. White with the tip and a nice touch. Good athletic play from Ashlyn Devereaux, but she can't pop the ball up. So after you hammer the ball a couple times, you get the defense on their heels. You just tip right over top of the block, and they all look the same on the score sheet. Kill's a kill. Doesn't matter if it's a big hammer or a little tip. Swing out of the back row. That was Facconi. Here's Mackenzie White using the slide footwork. That ball's off the tape, but they determined no touch off the block. I thought maybe it got the hands, but the official has a better view of that than I do. Checking into the match is Natalie Vanderwall for Cedarcrest. She takes the place of Katie Facconi. At the service line is Soleil Kaiken. Oh, that one just missed. Timing was a little off there. I think Campfield was a smidge late. Maybe the set was a touch low. As you see Campfield and Stern having a little conversation to dial in what they can do better for the timing on that play. Meanwhile, Soleil Kaiken continues from the service line. Here's Hannah Sutherland, and she gets underneath that ball, sends it out the end line. Kaiken again. Risky. Outside now for White. Hammers it off the tape and down. In front of a couple sprawling Red Wolf defenders. Back into the match now for Snohomish. And Hansen. Sarah Campfield to the service line. Service ace for Campfield. That ball was going to be close, but I think it was going to drop inside the end line. Carolyn Tiffany just can't quite handle it with the hands, and it is set point here in set number 1 for the Snohomish Panthers. This ball popped up, and on 2, Natalie Vanderwell takes that one. Mackenzie White comes back. Nice job off the block. Pick up by Smith. Stern back now for Hannah Sutherland. She keeps that one in front of her and puts it down, and that's the end of set number 1. It's your Snohomish Panthers 25, the Cedarcrest Redwolves 12 here on STSPN.com. Wesco 3 action brought to you by Speedway Chevrolet. I'm Matty Bishop. I really do appreciate you all watching. This is really fun for me to get to come out and talk a little bit about these athletes and the work that they're doing on and off the court. We talked earlier about, the grind of the student athlete. Can't speak to the schedule for either one of these teams, but I know my girls in Monroe, man, I get them shortly after school. I get them for 2 hours. We work them hard, and then we send them home for homework, food, and whatever else they need to do. It's not a lot of time before they have to turn everything around and be back at school, ready to perform in the classroom again the next day. And that's a practice day. Match nights run till 9:30. These athletes are in the gym, putting out the effort, putting out the work so that we can enjoy it here in the stadium, also here on STSPN.com, and we're just grateful for the opportunity to do this and to have the privilege of the facilities and the time and energy to put into the game of volleyball. It's really something that's special. Watching Wesco volleyball over the course of the last 7-8 years, it's been really impressive to watch how these teams have developed and come along. Snohomish, one of the ones that I've seen a lot of here on STSPN.com. Watching just the sophistication of these offenses and the way that younger and younger players, such as sophomore Katie Stern and freshman Ayla Grant, are getting up and getting involved in a faster pace, faster moving offense. It didn't used to be like that. you can credit a lot of it to the development at the high school level, but a lot of that has to do with the junior club programs in the area, the amount of time and energy and effort that's been put into raising the game of volleyball around the Pacific Northwest, and specifically here in Wesco. Legit Wesco teams coming out as contenders to go and do some exciting things at state. Snohomish had a pretty good run last year. Looking around the banners on their wall, I see some soccer, I see some girls soccer, 3A state champs for cross country. There's a 95, boys baseball, 98, boys soccer in 2000. There's golf, there's band, football in 1978. I don't see any volleyball state championship banners. And I'm sure Alex Tarrant and this crew of Panthers would love to do a little something about that this year. They certainly have the experience and the crew to do so. Mackenzie White, just a junior. I think she's a 3-year starter, if I'm remembering correctly. Gisette Smith, just a sophomore. Lauren Risky, the experienced libero, had to wait her turn behind some very, very good players here in Snohomish. Now it's her turn to run and lead this team. Coming back out of the break, I'm taking a quick look. I don't see any changes for Snohomish. Right out of the gates, looking at Cedarcrest. Number 4, Hannah Winston is in the game. She is listed as a setter or opposite. She is in the first service rotation, so it looks at this point like she'll be a setter. Followed by outside hitter Soleil Kaiken. Chloe Bigelman is your middle. Ashlyn Devereaux is your opposite or your right side. Number 12, Natalie Vanderwall is in, and still your senior libero, Caroline Tiffany. And it is Winston stepping to the service line. Nice serve up over the top. Risky has some trouble with it. Stern runs it down. Free ball from Sutherland. Pick up by Vanderwell. Outside now, here's Kaika. She swings over the top. Pick up by Risky. Stern. Smith pops that off of the block, and it's going to drop. So nice job getting their hands in front of the arm swing of Gisette Smith, but it was just a little too high for them to put it back down on the floor, and it drops in front of the libero, Tiffany. Smith will go to the service line. Kaika pops that ball up. Winston sets for Vanderwell out of the back row. Picked up by Risky. Stern outside. Tip over the top from White, and Winston can't get under it. And Mackenzie White showing she's got some tools in the toolbox besides just the big hammer. Not only a great way to score points, but a good way for a young hitter to save a little bit of her shoulder early in the season. Smith with that jump float, this time at Tiffany. Swing over the top, Kaika, and it's popped up by Sutherland, but unable to control, and Kaika will get the kill for that one. She comes back to serve, number 9, Soleil Kaika. That'll take number 12, Natalie Vanderwall, into the front row for Cedarcrest. She's serving at White, Risky, and Smith for the Panthers. She goes after Smith. Ball is about 13 feet off the net. Smith with the set out of the back row, dug by Tiffany. Winston popped up into the middle. Bigelman over the top, and nobody picks that one up. Drops right in the middle. I've had teams that we played on that called that the puka, kind of like the puka shell necklace, has a little hole in it. It's just a little hole right in the middle of your team. Used to play for a rec team called Campfire Huddle, because when that ball drops, it looks like you're all huddled around a campfire. It's a common place for a ball to drop. Usually you want one of your wing blockers to pick that up off the tip. You want them to see the tip, stay down, and pick that up. If they can't get to it, it's usually your setter who will come in and pick it up. Kaika with the swing, with the serve. Nice pass from Gisette Smith, and Mackenzie White detonates down the line. She gave him a couple tips and then went back and showed him a little something else. Brooke Long checking into the match to serve for the Snohomish Panthers. She takes the place of Sarah Campfield into the front row. I believe that's Ann Hansen, our other middle. Service ace for Long. It is Hansen who checked in as the other middle. So your front row is Mackenzie White on the left pin, Hannah Sutherland on the right pin, and Ann Hansen in the middle. Your server is number 3, Brooke Long. Katie Stern is your setter, and Gisette Smith is your back row outside hitter. There's a pair of aces for Brooke Long. Serve receive troubles persisting for Cedarcrest. Long is a junior defensive specialist. Ball run down by Tiffany. Winston sends over the free ball. Gisette Smith, perfect pass. Katie Stern looking for that one is Hansen. I'm not sure they've run that slide too often. It's kind of a funky play to run the slide with the right side in. Mackenzie White looking for the big swing, and she misses just over the top. So in order to run the slide with your, a net violation call, though. That's going to be Brooke Long continuing to serve, so Snohomish ball. I didn't see exactly how they did it there, but I believe what's going to have to happen is Sutherland is going to have to come in to hit either a quick back 1 or a back 2. Bigelman, dig by White, swing by Sutherland, now back the other side. That's your right side. That's Ashlyn Devereaux with a little roll shot over the top. Finds a hole in the Snohomish defense, and it's going to be Chloe Bigelman back to serve. Cedarcrest off to a better start to set 2 here. I knew better than to say it. The curse of the commentator takes that serve right into the net. Checking into the match now, Olivia Harrison, a freshman. Looks like she's going to play right side here. Ayla Grant's back in, another freshman back in to serve. So Harrison earning some playing time at the Kent Classic tournament. So I'm told. She had a good tournament. Alex Tren was pretty impressed with the effort she put in the absence of the big junior Mackenzie White. So she gets a little time here today as well. Back to the service line for Cedarcrest, Ashlyn Devereaux. Nice pass from White. Grant pushes this one outside. Harrison off the block, picked up by Tiffany. Kaika pushes that ball high in the air, in the middle, just pushes it over the top. That's Semino. Here's White from the left side, and she hammers that one through the defense. Mackenzie White with another kill for the Snohomish Panthers. Mackenzie White at the service line. Tiffany out of system set for Kaika out of the back row, and that ball drops between Long and White. Checking in for Cedarcrest, Katie Facconi will serve for the Redwolves. She'll be serving at Smith, Long, and White. White pops this one up. Olivia Harrison with the beautiful hand set out of system, but Gisette Smith hammers it into the net as it's a little low and fast and about 9 feet off the net. Facconi continues to serve. White again. This time Ayla Grant gets to it. She pushes it a bit higher for Gisette Smith. Nice dig by the senior Tiffany. Swing by Kaika. Nice pickup by Grant down the line. Out of system set for Harrison. Smith again. Picked up by Facconi, and that one slapped down, but dug well. It was Hansen with the swing and Devereaux with the dig, and here's Harrison from the right side, and she hits the hard angle. Net violation will result in her not getting credit for the kill, but that doesn't discredit the arm swing. Sarah Campfield back into the match for Brooke Long. Lauren Risky steps in to serve, the senior libero at the service line. Risky Business, still my favorite nickname for her.
All righty.
Welcome back, Todd.
Yeah, no, I was going through some stuff there. If, ladies and gentlemen, if you were experiencing a little bit of jagged play there for a bit, I had to call the tech department at Snohomish Schools, and they are Johnny on the spot. They told me what was going on, and they fixed it. So hats off to Snohomish School District.
Go Snohomish.
We're up and running now.
Smith hammers that ball off the block, and it looked like a solid block, but number 4, that's your setter, Hannah Winston, was in the net. Oh, my. Trying to block Gisette Smith. She's just 5'2". Going up trying to block the much taller, 5'11" is what she's listed at. Gisette Smith is quite a tall order, pardon the pun. Katie Stern, the setter, with the serve now. That ball's blocked down. Hannah Sutherland and Sarah Campfield there for the Panthers. Of course, Katie Stern's older sister, Natalie Stern, graduated from Snohomish last year, was a outside hitter / libero DS for the Panthers. Risky running fast there. Sutherland just pops it over the top. Nice pickup by the setter, Winston. Some confusion on the Cedarcrest side. Results in a free ball for Snohomish. Another quick pass, and that's, that play where they're bringing the right side in to hit the one and sending the middle out to hit the slide is a work in progress. Risky overfeed on this one, popped up. Nice pickup by Smith, but Snohomish can't keep it alive, and Kaiken gets the kill for Cedarcrest. And they are right in this game here, set number 2. Hannah Winston at the service line. Risky. Stern, bump set. Smith sends a free ball. Easy one. Here's Winston. She pops it back up. Kaiken pushes that ball down the line. Nice pickup. Good read by White. Sutherland a bit fast in her approach. Pick up by Tiffany on the ball over the top. Here's Kaiken again, and tried to be too cute with that one. As she pushed the other one deep corner, she was going to go short middle with this one. And I've always been a big fan of, if you're a hitter, your job's to hit the ball. Don't like to see two off-speed shots in a row, but you got to know your game and you got to know what works for you and what's your best opportunity to score points for your team. Right there, the best opportunity to score points for her team was Gisette Smith at the service line again. She has had herself a heck of a night serving for the Panthers, working primarily on that number 1 spot, or that 1-6 seam where the setter's crossing over. She goes right back after Kaiken there. This ball is kept in, free ball. Smith, Stern, 11 feet off, pushes it back for White. She tips over the top, great pickup by Winston. Kaiken pushes this ball up. It's dug by White, out of system set from Smith. White with the big swing, picked up by Tiffany. Outside now, here's Kaiken, another push over the top. That's 4 or 5 in a row for her. Campfield, timing's all off. She just pushes it, and that was enough to confuse the heck out of everybody. And that ball finds the floor. Snohomish working through some things here with their offense in set number 2, as it looks like they're trying some things they haven't spent a lot of time working on. And the result is a bit disjointed and odd looking, but over the long term, what you're hoping is that getting some game-like reps in this situation will help you out a lot. Speaking of game-like reps, there's Mackenzie White hammering a ball down. Substitution coming for Cedarcrest. Ashley Lamb checks into the match. She's taken the place of Soleil Kaiken. See if Gisette Smith keeps going to that 1-6 seam. She does, and she gets the service ace off of Ashley Lamb. There's the shift. So they move the right side back. Right side, Ashlyn Devereaux comes back to pass. That moves your libero, Carolyn Tiffany, over into that 1-6 seam. More importantly, it takes the outside hitter and the setter out of the serve-receive equation. Tiffany, the libero, with the pass. Now out of the back row, set up high over the top, dug by Smith. That was Facconi with the swing. Nice dig there from Tiffany. The swing from White. Sutherland picks up the free ball here. Quick in the middle for Sarah Campfield. And that high point of contact serves her so well. Beautiful play from the Panthers. Stern and Campfield connect for that quick one, and we see a timeout from the Cedarcrest crew. The Redwolves are taking a timeout, and so are we here on STSPN.com.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
You're right. Back at you.
Welcome back inside Snohomish High School, where the Panthers are on the prowl tonight. They are all over the Cedarcrest Redwolves in tonight's Wesco 3A matchup, brought to you by Speedway Chevrolet. I'm Matty Bishop alongside the man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah.
He's just Todd. He's just STSPN Todd.
And don't forget, we got to thank the guys in the truck.
Guys in the truck. Todd's truck is outside. I'm pretty sure there's
Easy.
nobody in it. But we'll say thanks to them anyway. That ball just out of play. Gisette Smith continuing to serve. She is on a massive service run here in set number 2. She has been a monster from the service line. She goes after Carolyn Tiffany. Winston setting out of the back row again. That's Piccone, picked up by White. Here's Hannah Sutherland. Nice dig there by Devereaux. Right side push over the top, picked up by Stern, and everybody just gets out of the way, and Ashley Lamb will kind of get a kill for that one. She'll get to go back to serve nonetheless. Natalie Vanderwall back into the match. She takes the place of Katie Piccone, and she'll play across the front row. Looks like she's going to be the middle. Lamb with the serve. She goes after Gisette Smith. Nice set from Stern, hammered off the tape by White, and then it ping-pongs around off of a couple of Cedarcrest defenders before it flies out of play.
I think the coach is going to have something to say about that, watching the ball.
I think Coach is going to have a few things. Brooke Long back into the match for Snohomish. She takes the place of Sarah Campfield. She will serve and play some defense here. Tiffany, nice pass from her. Winston, double contact called as that got a lot of left hand, not very much right hand, and that usually results in a double contact call. When it rains per pours, Cedarcrest was pretty close in this one. We were at, I believe, 9-11. Now it's at 20-10 thanks to the incredible service run of Gisette Smith and the good hard work by these Panthers. Kenzie White with the dig there. Here's White with the big swing down the line, and that is impressive, Mackenzie. Nice job, Mac. Brooke Long continuing to serve. There's a ball high over the top. Lamb with the pass. Winston bump set in, and that ball's off the tape and down. It was Vanderwall who misfired by just a smidge.
White was our player of the game last time we were here.
Timeout called by Cedarcrest. Easy to see why. She is the junior leadership of this team, so to speak. Lauren Risky, your libero, is your senior leadership that we've got here. Hannah Sutherland on the right side.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
And it is still junior Brooke Long at the service line doing the work for the Snohomish Panthers. Nice pickup there. Out of system bump set from Stern, and Mackenzie White turns around and thought maybe she got the double contact as she was trying to push that one over. Regardless, it went out of bounds, and it's going to be a point for the Cedarcrest Redwolves. Chloe Bigelman at the service line. Brooke Long with the pass. Stern into the middle for White, and I like that play. That's a fun play coming out of rotation 3. You have your big outside, hit the 2 right in the middle of the court. Your middle hitter gets to hit the hut or the go on the left pin. Checking into the match, the freshmans, Ayla Grant and Livia Harrison. Grant serving and setting. Harrison in the front row playing right side. Grant with the service ace. And it is set point in set number 2 here for the Snohomish Panthers. Ball down the line, nice pickup there. Set in the middle, nobody hitting in the middle, and Cedarcrest just a little disjointed all over the floor. And that is the end of set 2. Snohomish with a commanding 2-0 lead. They will come out and try and finish the sweep. The Cedarcrest Redwolves looking to right the ship here. We'll be right back on this Wesco 3A match from STSPN.com.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow-through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200+ national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
Fred's Rivertown Ale House was established in July of 1994 and is located at 1114 First Street in historic downtown Snohomish. Each time you visit the ale house, you may expect to find new beers and new food choices. Fred's Rivertown Ale House is well known throughout the beer community. Oftentimes, we are the first choice for breweries to introduce new beers, limited or specialty beers, and beers you just won't find anyplace else. At Fred's, we like to say that once we get you through the front door, our friendly service, relaxed family atmosphere, and our quality food and beverages will keep you coming back.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
Welcome back inside Snohomish High School. I'm Matty alongside Todd. This is Wesco 3A Volleyball between the Snohomish Panthers and the Cedarcrest Redwolves. It is all brought to you by Speedway Chevrolet. Hey, if you like what you see here on STSPN.com, make sure that you check out these sponsors that you're seeing on these breaks. Make sure that that you are going out and you're spending a little money with them. Ace Hardware Lake Stevens is a longtime supporter of these broadcasts. McDaniel's Do It Center here in Snohomish. Fred's Rivertown Ale House always chips in. We mentioned Speedway Chevrolet. We'll have the Adrenaline Fundraising player of the match afterwards. I'm sure there's some more that I'm not.
Yeah, brand new one.
Brand new one. Who we got?
Gene Johnson Plumbing.
Gene Johnson Plumbing. Welcome aboard. I'll find some reason to get some plumbing done so I can call old Gene. GNS Heating and Cooling still on board?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're the scoreboard sponsor.
Long time supporters of these broadcasts. So if you like what you hear, make sure you get out, check them out. If you like what you see, you're probably a Snohomish Panthers fan right now. They are
on fire.
Absolutely. They are playing very well. I'm not sure there's much that Coach Alex Charon can find to be upset about here. He's got his sophomore setter, Katie Stern, at the service line. She dealt up an ace first time through. This time not quite so lucky. Soleil Kaiken with the swing. She runs down that ball. Just sets Smith, little roll shot over the top and finds a tough angle. And sometimes you just make a point when you're a hitter. Nobody practices that particular shot ever.
No, because it looked like it was going to be, and it was in.
It looked like it was going to be out, or and it was in. Stern fires this one over the top. Another ace for the sophomore Stern. My bet is that Coach Christine Nielsen and her Cedarcrest Redwolves are working on serve receive tomorrow, alongside just about every team in the Wesco Conference. This time of year, that's where you can make the biggest improvements fastest. It is more frustrating than anything else in the entire world as a coach and a player when you have all these wonderful notions of what you'd like to do and you cannot pass the ball.
And she has quite a few seniors, it looks like.
She has 9 seniors on that roster. She has experience.
Is it sometimes like lack of communication? Or?
It's a lot of times it's a very difficult skill. It's a experience playing against a bigger, stronger, faster player. Cedarcrest doesn't have a lot of height, so the height of Snohomish is going to cause a higher point of contact. The ball's going to get on you a little faster. They get a side out there the old-fashioned way. Stern misses one. Misfire in the middle to Campfield as well. At the service line for Cedarcrest, McKenna Cato, their setter.
Now, are they actually a 2A school?
I believe they are 3A. They are listed on the Wesco website. I think they are part of Wesco 3A is my understanding.
Well, they are, but I'm not sure that they're a 3A school. They're kind of like
Murph?
Montlake Terrace.
Okay, Montlake Terrace, Archbishop Murphy, also smaller, but part of 3A. I do not know the answer to that question.
Let me go ahead and look that up.
I know somebody who does. Their name starts with G. Oh, that's a double. Snohomish rolling. Gisette Smith back at the service line again. For those of you who were with us in set number 2, you know that was about how half of set number 2 went down, was with Gisette Smith at the service line. Consistently working on the 1-6 seam, the space between the outside hitter and the setter. As you're looking at it as a server, it's on the left side. It's where that setter's crossing over in rotation 1. We saw Cedarcrest shift out of that eventually. They are back in with that hitter back in the serve receive, and Smith is just working right on her, and that one's into the rafters. But Cato brings it back down. Tiffany sends the free ball. Smith. Here goes that weird slide funky play. It still doesn't work. Torini was trying to hit in front of the setter, and Campfield was running around behind the setter, and finally Mackenzie White just puts the ball on the floor the old-fashioned way from the left pin. Kind of fun to watch the growth process here in Snohomish as they try and figure out this new something. There's the shift from Cedarcrest we were looking for. There's the serve right to the libero Tiffany. Free ball from the setter Cato. Smith again. Here goes that play again. This time it's just too low in the middle. Torini, that's a really difficult play for a right-handed right side to come all the way around the setter and hit back into them to play close. Maybe if they took that play to the middle of the floor, if the pass was slightly off to the right and that play went to the middle of the floor and she drove the ball back into zone 1, that might be a little easier. Or they might just figure it all out and get it, and it's going to be awesome. Speaking of awesome, there was a net violation against Cedarcrest. Never mind, not awesome. Thought we were going to get to talk about the awesome play there from number 12, Natalie Vanderwell, as she hammered that ball down. But one of her compatriots was in the net.
Okay, according to my crack research, Cedarcrest has 1,001 students.
Oh.
And they are WIAA 2A.
2A. And checking into the match to serve for Snohomish, that's Haley Hutchinson. She's a junior defensive specialist wearing number 8. She just looks like she's going to stay in and play for Sarah Campfield across the back row. Your other middle, and Hansen's into the front row. Nice serve going right after the new kid, and that ball is out of play over the antenna. Any part of the ball crosses over or outside of any part of the antenna, that ball is out of play.
And by the way, I just wanted to mention that the antennas are what we use to transmit. So.
Not anymore. Back in the old school, Todd, nobody uses antennas anymore. In Australia, they call them aerials, and that's extremely confusing. Trying to figure out what an Australian's talking about, period. There's a double block from Hansen and Mia Torini. Nice job there for Snohomish.
Well, I don't see us.
Net violation appears to have been the call, I guess. No, so not a block. We trade a couple of those nice plays. No, not nice plays. One for Cedarcrest, one for Snohomish. Back to the service line for Cedarcrest is number 5. That is Chloe Bigelman. Working on Gisette Smith. Nice swing from Mackenzie White, hitting the 2 in the middle out of row 3. Fun play. Ayla Grant, Olivia Harrison, known as the Freshmans. Grant in to set and serve. Harrison's going to hit right side. And that ball's popped up. Here comes free ball for Snohomish. Harrison. It's going to come right back to her. Her big swing on the angle. She hits a really nice crossbody angle from that. At that time, it was outside of the right antenna. She hits it really sharp, about 11 feet off the net and dropping right behind the tee where the 10-foot line intersects with the sideline. Really nice arm swing from her. Ball up over the top. Ashlyn Devereaux here to the right side again. There's Harrison. Same ball. This time it's dug and run down by Tiffany. Free ball for Snohomish, and what happened?
Wow.
Little miscommunication. Hansen stayed at the net. Smith didn't step in to take up the space, and that ball drops right in what we already discussed as the puka or the campfire circle, although on that particular play there shouldn't really be a puka there.
Nice job with the Cedarcrest staying with it.
Mackenzie White from the right side. She tries to hit that angle that Harrison does, but that ball got a little bit behind her, and she can't come with it. Ashlyn Devereaux at the service line for Cedarcrest as they are showing some life here in set number 3. Tip over the top from Harrison. Net violation called against Cedarcrest. Mackenzie White back to the service line. Gisette Smith back into the front row. Cato, she sets her libero Tiffany. That ball is picked up by White. Backs up for Harrison again, picked up by Tiffany this time. Nice swing by Harrison. Here's the big swing from Vanderwell on the Cedarcrest side. Picks up by Hutchinson. Here comes Gisette Smith. That sets a little behind her. She does a nice job of adjusting and getting the point of contact right so that she can drop that ball into the center of the Cedarcrest defense. Always want your setter to get around and lead their hitters towards the net. Bigger, stronger hitter, you want her to be about 2 to 3 feet off the net. Out of rotation call against Snohomish. Perplexed look on the face of Alex Tarrant. Perplexed look on the face of the Snohomish players. Okay, so we go to serve receive. Into the match for Cedarcrest, number 6, Katie Facconi. She's serving at a try line that includes Mackenzie White, Gisette Smith, and Haley Hutchinson. Hutchinson into the middle for Hansen. She goes over the top of the block, and there's nobody there. And Hansen with the kill.
So here's a question for you. Each set, can you start with a different rotation, or do you have to pick up where you left off?
Nope, you can start in whichever rotation you would like.
So if you have like a power 6.
So a lot of coaches you will see try and create matchups after set number 1. They'll adjust where they're lining up. Nice swing from Gisette Smith. Beautiful tempo set from Ayla Grant, and that is nice offensive work from the Snohomish Panthers. So oftentimes you will see players will try and or coaches will try and create a matchup between a specific hitter and a blocker or a rotation on the other team that they feel like they can take advantage of, and so they'll adjust which rotation they start in to work with that. Of course, both sides have the opportunity to adjust, so you never know that it's going to work. Most teams nowadays will start with what they know, and they'll start either in rotation 6 or rotation 1, depending on whether they're receiving or serving. Lauren Risky serving for the Panthers right now.
No, but you be tricky and like if the other team takes the floor first.
That ball.
And you can kind of see what their rotation is going to be.
You cannot, because those are handed into the score table prior to the teams taking the floor. So it's not like hockey where you have you have the advantage by being the second shift out. It doesn't happen quite that same way. They go in, blind draw to the score table, and you just hope you did it right. Service ace again from Risky. There's the perfect pass we've been looking for. Well, almost perfect pass. Net violation called, and that's on number 11, Livia Harrison.
What'd she do?
She touched the net. Not allowed to touch the net.
But can you touch the top of the net?
No, cannot touch any of the net.
Well, because sometimes I see them when they're doing a block, they're touching it.
Oh, they should so not be.
Okay.
That is not allowed. Oh, that ball falls into the puka for Snohomish. Nice job as that ball's hammered off the block, punched back over, and then just sort of free-balled, and the confusion was a bit much. Caroline Tiffany serving for Cedarcrest right now. Red Wolf Liberos, a senior. That ball's quick in the middle for Campfield. The timing's a little off. Campfield with that high point of contact gets it again. And again, Snohomish really falling prey to the off-speed shot here. Late in set 2 and set 3. You wonder how much of that is focus in a match that seems to have gotten away from Cedarcrest a little bit, but how much of that is just something Snohomish needs to work on. Taylor Grant, nice set for Gisette Smith. That's off the block. Pick up, nice cover by White. Set again for Smith. This one's picked up by Kaika, and net violation again, this time against Cedarcrest. And that brings Mia Torini back into the front row to play right side, and Katie Stern back into the match to set for the Panthers here in set number 3. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Maddie Bishop. This is STSPN.com. We appreciate your viewership. Make sure you're checking out all the sponsors here. If you need to get a car, go to Speedway Chevrolet. Just do it. It'll help get more of these broadcasts in the future. Walk in, say, Todd said that you were going to give me a great deal on a car, so here I am, and I love high school sports and STSPN.com, and that's the way you do it.
That's perfect.
Yep, and then you go in there, and you help more of these broadcasts, and you're going to buy something you're going to buy anyway, right? Got to get your heating or cooling system fixed. GNS Heating and Cooling. Tell them Todd sent you. With STSPN, that ball tooled off the block of Torini and Campfield. Let these sponsors know where you're hearing about them. Go into Fred's Rivertown Ale House and throw back a few. Charge it to Todd's tab. That's what I usually do.
That's right. That's right. Because I carry a big tab there.
Okay, that doesn't really happen. Out of system set from Tiffany. Kaika swing over the top. Smith touches it and then celebrates her mistake for a minute while Lauren Risky makes a great play behind her. And hopefully that's a lesson learned for the sophomore Gisette Smith. She wasn't happy with herself that she touched it. Her senior libero bailed her out. They could have got that ball back over, but she was too busy not being happy with herself. Out of system set into the back row for Mackenzie White. Nice pickup from Tiffany. Cato, tough set there into the middle. Bigelman pushes that up. Diving dig from Risky. That ball swing from the right side by Torini. Touches somebody all over the net there. I believe it was Kaika as she followed through. Looked like a salmon trying to swim up the Baker River.
I think you've been saving some of these up.
I only got one match this season, Todd. I got to use them all.
I thought I had one more.
I hope so. I hope I get one more. Cato pushes this ball outside. Winston. Oh, so we got Hannah Winston in the front row now as a hitter, maybe? Got both our setters in the match for Cedarcrest. It looks like Winston's playing opposite right now. She's playing the right side in the front row. Kaika is your outside hitter. We're back into row 1. We're back with Gisette Smith serving. There's a nice pass from Tiffany. This ball is out for Hannah Winston now. She hits the nice angle. Mackenzie White picks it up. Here comes White. Tip over the top. Good read by Cato. And another net violation. My goodness. My goodness.
Okay, so
That was my first match against Edmonds Woodway, to be honest. We had at least 15 of them. It was horrible. Hard to watch. Sorry, what was your question, Todd?
Not a question. I show you coming up at Linwood versus Archbishop Murphy.
Awesome.
October 16th. And then I show you for Stanwood Everett on October 28th and Everett Snohomish on October 30th.
That sounds like a blast. I'm in. As long as I don't have games those nights, I'm in.
Well, no, I think you sent those to me.
I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure if I send them to you, I probably don't have games. Gisette Smith still at the service line. Brooke Long checks into the match. And Cedarcrest misfiring again there, and it is match point for the Snohomish Panthers here on STSPN.com. Gisette Smith with the serve. It tickles the tape. Cato sets out of the back row. Nice job there. Good pickup by Smith. Torini swing over the top. Pick up by Cato, and nobody plays the second ball. And that is it. The Snohomish Panthers in dominant fashion put away the Cedarcrest Redwolves here on STSPN.com. 3-0. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will be back in just a few moments with your Adrenaline Fundraising Player of the Match. If you don't usually watch these interviews, you're going to want to watch this one. It's going to be good. I'll be right back here on STSPN.com.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow-through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Fred's Rivertown Ale House was established in July of 1994 and is located at 1114 First Street in historic downtown Snohomish. Each time you visit the ale house, you may expect to find new beers and new food choices. Fred's Rivertown Ale House is well known throughout the beer community. Oftentimes, we are the first choice for breweries to introduce new beers, limited or specialty beers, and beers you just won't find anyplace else. At Fred's, we like to say that once we get you through the front door, our friendly service, relaxed family atmosphere, and our quality food and beverages will keep you coming back.
All right, welcome back in here to Snohomish High School, and I am here with our Adrenaline Fundraising Player of the Match. It is junior middle for the Snohomish Panthers, Sarah Campfield. Sarah, great job tonight.
Thanks.
You guys put up a really impressive performance. No doubt you guys have hitters across the board. We've known that for a couple years. Talk to us a little bit about these two setters that have come in. Ayla Grant, the freshman, and Katie Stern, the sophomore. How much of an impact have they had on this team?
Oh, they've had a huge impact. I mean, being the setters, they pretty much are the powerhouse of the whole team, with exception of the libero. And, I mean, they've been doing really good, especially for, incoming to varsity and everything. They've really meshed nicely, and I think it's going to be a great season for them.
Fantastic, Sarah. So this is your third year as a varsity player. Am I remembering that right?
Yeah.
Excellent. Talk to me a little bit about what you really like about this team this year. What are some things that stand out as, hey, this year is going to be pretty special?
Oh, goodness. Well, I mean, it's shockingly friendly. Not that they weren't last year, but, this year it's, really high energy, super going out and get them. And our captains, Mac and Risky, are really, really good at what they do, being captains and, talking to everyone. And
So you're running the slide, and your right side is coming in to run a front one or a back one, or can it be any of the above?
it could be a front or a back one, which is what kind of...
tricky.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Is that something you guys are cooking up on the fly, or have you been working on that?
Well, he talks about it like we have been working on it, but really it's mostly, hey, go try this. And it's okay, great.
Awesome. Well, it's early season. When that starts to click, it's going to be amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Sarah, thank you. Great job tonight. Fantastic win for your Panthers. And this is for you. This is the Adrenaline Fundraiser Player of the Match t-shirt that you get to keep and take home with you. Sponsors like it when you hold that up.
Nice. Alrighty.
Sarah, thank you so much. Have a great season, and thanks for joining us. It was a pleasure to get to watch you play tonight. Thank you. All right, guys, that's it from here at Snohomish High School. I'm Matty Bishop alongside Todd and our Adrenaline Fundraiser Player of the Match, Sarah Campfield. Snohomish takes it in 3 over the Cedarcrest Redwolves. STSPN is going to be back on the air with an unscheduled broadcast tomorrow night as my Monroe Bearcats host the Lake Stevens Vikings. So come back and catch Todd and the crew then. I'll be down on the sidelines doing my thing. I'll see you all again soon. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Alrighty.